How's it going, everybody? This is Mario once again with My DJs Radio here at Neo Soul Tuesdays at Club Onyx. Make sure you come check out every Tuesday, open mic, feature performers, and we have one of our amazing hosts, Kendrick.
Yes, pretty good. How you doing now?
I'm all right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started.
Right. So I initially started doing spoken word poetry, and then when a couple of events got approached, I got approached to do a couple of events. And then they also needed a host, and so they kind of led me into the hosting role. So I used to do an event called the Psalmist Hour years ago, and then I currently co-host an event called Elevated, which is an open mic. And then when my good folks here at Neo Soul Tuesday asked me if I could come in and do a little bit of hosting, I'm good friends with Gil Sotu, who's also a host. So we'll be kind of I won't say co-teaming, but that ain't the word. Tag teaming the hosting here at Neo Soul Tuesday. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I know we're definitely looking forward to having you on board, so that's great. Now, tell me a little bit more about your spoken word aspect. Like, how did that evolve as you got older? When did you start? A little bit, I want to know a little deeper side of that. So how's that go?
Actually, I really got into spoken word poetry when I used to be in the Navy. I started, being on the ship, floating and all that good stuff, getting seasick.
Right on.
So I started writing in, just kind of exploring me and my life and identity and all that good stuff. And a good friend on the ship asked me how was I going to pursue it? And so I just kind of made that a goal. So when I got here to San Diego, I looked for open mics and other opportunities, and surely enough, it just kind of expanded from there. And so to the point where nowadays I actually I perform with a band. I have a band called the Lyrical Groove. We've won a couple San Diego Music Awards. We've been together for about 6 years now, and we have an album called The Spoken Soul. And so things are just kind of steadily growing from that point right there. And so we do gigs all over San Diego and kind of getting out of San Diego a little bit now. So starting
exploring a little outward.
Yeah. So we really eventually want to get into touring a little bit. We recently opened up for Anthony David and Algebra Blissett, who are kind of known in Neo Soul.
Yeah, definitely.
So just kind of growing with that.
So let's talk about that album a little bit. It's out right now, correct?
So it is and it isn't. So
it's a work in progress, or?
So what it is, we released it back in this past February of 2015. Actually, we did a big House of Blues CD release. And recently, I ended up signing with a record label in Vegas called BEMG.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so they're going to kind of pull it back off of iTunes and everything and re-release it in the spring. Okay. And so we're going to kind of go that direction and see what it does.
Now, are you going to expand upon it, or is it going to be in its current form?
For the most part, it's going to be in its current form. We do have a couple of new pieces that I'm thinking about adding to it. Nice. That really kind of speak to the times. And that's the thing with our music. It's not faddish. I mean, it's spoken word, so it definitely has a message. Sure. And it just kind of speaks from the soul. We call it spoken soul because it's that element of lyricism and spoken word, but it's just soul music at its core.
Okay, right on. See, I like that concept. I think that's really intriguing, and it's something that's really unique to the table because it's connected to you directly. So that's really awesome. Now, after this album drops and you start going on tour, what's your ultimate end goal? Like, what do you want out of everything out?
Honestly, I want to be able to kind of travel the world a little bit with my music. But another big inspiration for my music is the work that I do professionally. And I'm a social worker by training. I'm a master's in social work. Right. And so I'm currently like an adjunct counselor at City College. I train with the National Conflict Resolution Center. So I do trainings on communication and conflict. And I work with an organization called Restorative Justice Mediation Program. So we deal with people who have committed offenses like crimes, and then we get the offenders to sit down with the victims. Right. So that world of social work and counseling is really connected to the type of music that I create, and so also in the vein of social justice and whatnot. So my perfect blend would be able to blend those two worlds where I'm maybe touring and doing music a part of the time, but then also doing speaking and doing that social work as well.
That's really interesting. That's a really unique concept. I've never heard that before, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Right on. So if there's where can we find your music in the first place?
So right now you can find us on SoundCloud, / The Lyrical Groove, as well as Bandcamp. You can find music on there, or Reverb Nation. And then sure enough, within probably towards the spring or the summer, you can actually go back to iTunes and Spotify and all those different outlets, and you'll be able to find a lyrical groove.
Right on. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
For sure. Appreciate you, Mario.
Right on. All right, so you heard it here first. This is Mario, my DJ's Radio, here in Neo Soul Tuesdays. Make sure you guys come by every Tuesday. You're going to miss all this greatness. You got your awesome host. We got a great band, live music, spoken word all the time. Make sure you come by. All right, you guys have a good night.